Good morning. This is July the 3rd, Wednesday 2024, and we are in BBA second semester section A, where yesterday we had a conversation with Miss Lamsal on the story Shooting an Elephant. Now today we would like to talk about the commencement speech given by Steve Jobs. Which year did he give this speech? Which year? Which year?
2005.
2005. Ayusha, where did he deliver this speech? Where? Stanford University. So this speech was delivered at Stanford University in the year 2005. Prasamsa, what is a commencement speech? What is a commencement speech? Okay, commencement means you finish your studies and you commence your career. You begin your career. So you are leaving the college and you are going in the job market. So now your education is over and now you are going with the life now. So the university talks you for the last time. After that there is no formal meeting with you. You leave the university. Commencement, beginning. Beginning of what? Your career, your life. So what the university does, the university has a tradition of saying something very important that you take with you throughout the life. I'll give you an example. I was in class 12 when I passed my class 12, May 20, 1987. My college principal gave us the commencement speech. How did he do that? He called our two sections in the hall, big hall. We were in U-shape, standing round shape. And he gave us a lecture. I don't remember all, but I remember one sentence he said. And that sentence changed my life. Look how powerful commencement speech is. Commencement speech is so powerful, it can change your life. My life was changed. So my principal, his name was Devendra Pratap Srivastav. The time was May 20, 1987. The room was the central hall in my college, which was named the Cooperative Inter College in India. It was around 11 o'clock. I don't remember all his speech. I remember one sentence. Why? Because that sentence changed my life. He spoke in Hindi. And what he said at one point in the speech, he said, "Ladko, देखो, अगर तुम्हें कोई चीज समझ में नहीं आती है, तुम कंफ्यूज हो गए, तुम्हें समझ में नहीं आ रहा क्या है ये, तो ऐसा करो, किसी को बुलाओ, तुम्हारी बहन को, भाई को, साथी को, अड़ोस पड़ोस के आदमी को, किसी बच्चे को बुलाओ, और जो चीज तुम्हें समझ में नहीं आ रही है वही चीज किसी दूसरे को समझाने की कोशिश करो। जब तुम दूसरे को समझाने की कोशिश करोगे तो धीरे धीरे वो चीज तुम्हें भी समझ में आ जाएगी." He spoke Hindi. And then he said, he gave me an example. तुम अगर किसी क्लास में जाओगे पढ़ाने के लिए तो घर पे पढ़ने पे वो पाठ तुमको समझ में नहीं आ सकता है, लेकिन क्लास में जब पढ़ाते हो तो जब तुम्हारे बच्चे वो लेसन समझ जाते हैं तो तुमको भी अच्छी तरह से समझ में आ जाता है. He gave this example. I went home. Next morning the milkman came to deliver milk. And I said to milkman, "चाचा जी, हाँ, आपका बच्चा क्या करता है?" "पढ़ता है." "किस क्लास में पढ़ता है?" "10वीं में पढ़ता है." I said, "कल से यहाँ भेज दीजिए." "क्यों?" I said, "मैं उसको पढ़ाऊँगा." "क्या पढ़ाएंगे आप?" "मैं उसको अंग्रेजी पढ़ाऊँगा." "बाबूजी, मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है आपको फ़ी देने के लिए." I said, पैसा नहीं चाहिए, फ्री में पढ़ाऊंगा. And the other day, he came to my home. His name is Chandrabhan Yadav. He is still alive. He is a teacher now. He is a primary teacher. And I began to teach him grammar. And because I taught him grammar, the book's name was The Creative Delights English Grammar. I learned grammar because I taught grammar. And gradually I became a teacher. That's how commencement speech is so powerful speech. It changes students' life. It prepares you for life. It prepares you for life. I was leaving my college May 20, 1987, last day of college. And my principal said, be a teacher. And I became a teacher. Now, let's come to the story here. So, Smriti, who is delivering this speech?
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. So, he speaks very simple, very plain, right? Before we get into the speech, let's ask a general question. You read it, right? What is the most appealing thing in this speech that you read? What was very impressive thing for you in this speech?
Impressive thing. He was fired from his own company.
Okay. The fact that Steve Jobs was fired from his company appealed you most.
And he didn't give up. He started another company,
Okay.
Pixar and Next, and he went back to the Apple.
Okay, he was fired from his company. He says, how could he be fired from the company that you opened? Right? And he says, I took it easy. I wasn't discouraged. And I went back and opened another company. Two companies actually, right? Yeah. One company that made what you call movies. I don't know what movies, 3D movies or something like that. I forgot. And then he says, later on, he came back to same Macintosh company, Mac company, became the owner. Okay, so what was appealing to is being fired at 30, losing job, right? Let's get into the story now. So he says that I will tell you 3 stories from my life, right? He tells 3 stories, right? What is the first story about?
Connecting the dots.
Connecting the dots. Rupa, have you read the story? What do you mean by this connecting the dots? Any idea? Okay. Anybody in this class, can you tell the story about connecting the dot? Anybody? Can you tell? What is connecting the dot? Okay, Smriti, you explain. What is connecting the dot?
Connecting the dots. It's like connecting every event, and that leads to your success.
Okay, say it again. Say it again.
Connecting every event that you do, and that leads to your success.
Okay, she said very important thing. Connecting events of your life in such a way that it leads you to a success. Connecting events of life in such a way that it leads to success. त्यो पछाडिको दुईजना भाइ, हेलो, त्यो पारि भाइ, हेलो, लास्ट बेन्चको, यहाँ अगाडि आऊ त, यहाँ बस्न आऊ, यहाँ पछाडिको, लास्ट बेन्चको, बिचको, आऊ दुईजना आऊ, तिमी आऊ, अगाडि आऊ, छिटो, चेयर लिएर आऊ, यहाँ अगाडि आएर बस, यहाँ, छिटो आऊ न, ढिला भयो मलाई क्लास सक्न, यहाँ बस, यहाँ मेरो नजिकै बस, त्यहाँ बस ल, त्यहाँ बस, अब फेरि अरू कोही बोल्यो भने उहाँ बसाल्छु है, त फेरि बोल्यो भने उता बसाल्छु, अहिले बोल्यो उहाँ बसाल्छु अहिले. Okay, so she said that connecting dot is like managing your life events so skillfully that you become very successful. Where did he get this idea of connecting dot?
I don't know.
Okay, no problem. You say don't know. Hello class, anybody? Where did he get this idea of connecting the dot?
When he dropped out from the college.
Okay, he dropped out from college. Where did he go? After dropping out. He says that we opened a company of computers, right? Macintosh computer. And for that computer, he was designing fonts. He was designing letters. Then they created two typefaces. What are they? Serif and sans serif. If in a Word file, go to font box and type serif, you will see a font, style of writing, and sans serif. So by connecting, have you seen in nursery class, lower KG, upper KG, when you learn ABCD, you get books in the market where you have dots. And your teachers say, take the pencil and connect the dots. Have you seen? You have dots and you connect the dot and you make the letter. So in the designing of the font, they were using dots to create the letters. They were using dots to create the letter. That's where he gets the idea of connecting the dot. And now, connecting the dot is a proverb which means managing your life activities, life events so skillfully that the sequence of events leads you to success. As you can see over the picture, you see Smriti has brought a picture there. What do you see in the picture? A boy is standing on the, let's say, whiteboard, let's say. What is the boy doing? The boy is connecting the dots. Now, the boy can create any picture. What picture is created is in the hands of the boy. So what does it mean? It means your life is like the dots, and you are given full authority to connect the dots. Now, somebody will connect the dots and create one thing. Somebody will connect the dots and create another thing. I connected my dots and created the career of a teacher. I connected dots and created the career of teacher. You might connect the dots and create the career of CEO of a company. Somebody might connect the dot and create the beggar's life. Somebody might connect the dot and create criminal's life. So what your life is depends on you. So don't blame anybody. भोलि बिहान केही गर्न सकेन भने ओ सरले पढाएन, ओ कलेजले पढाएन, ओ साथीले उल्लु बनाइदियो, ओ गर्लफ्रेन्डले जस्तो गरिदियो, बॉयफ्रेन्डले गरिदियो. No, you connected your dots. So the picture you see is your creation, and be responsible for the picture you are creating. The message is, our life is in our control, and our life becomes what we make it. Our life becomes what we make it. Either we break our life or we make our life, depends on ourselves. Do not blame other people. Now, what does it mean? It means be very responsible, be very hardworking, be very careful, look very carefully where are the dots. Before you connect, look back. What have you seen? Have you seen in this picture, for example, as the boy is connecting, he must take care of this connection. If suppose I have these dots here, and now dots. Now, if I connect this dot with, let's say, this dot, I've done up to here. Now, before I move ahead, I must look back. What has happened in my life? I must look back. I must look back before I move ahead. If I look back, I will know, oh, I have this line. Now I can go this side. Now I look back, oh, I have this line. Now I can go this side. Now I look back. Now I can go like this. Now I created letter A. Now I created letter A. How could I create letter A? Because every time I moved to next dot, I looked back to the dots that is already connected. And he says that, at one point he says, when I left college, when I decided that I should quit the college, I had no idea about my future. But I took a decision. And after 10 years, as I look back, I see that I was able to connect the dot. So let's wrap up. Connecting dot means successfully managing the events of your life. Connecting dot means planning your life. Planning your life. Taking your life in the right direction. Taking your life in the right direction. Managing life events wisely, so that at the end, as he said, you achieve success. Okay. Smriti, I have a question. What did you learn from this idea of connecting the dots for your life?
For my life.
What did you learn?
I think that when Steve Jobs said that he dropped out from the college, so in simple sense, when we imagine someone dropped out of the college, then we imagine that ek garena chhodyo wala. But he did take the second decision, right? So sometime.
What was the second decision?
He.
It was a decision to start
Started the
a company. Where did he start the company?
In his parents.
In his father's garage. And within 10 years, the company's market value was how much? How many millions?
2 billion.
How many billion?
2 billion.
2 billion. He started a company from scratch in his father's garage. And in 10 years, the company's market value was? That is connecting the dot. That is connecting the dot. First dot was college. He left the college. Second dot was going to calligraphy class. Look, he quits his study and what does he do? He goes to calligraphy class. He does not like compulsory subject. Why did he quit college? Because he did not like the subjects taught in the college. Right? And after how many months he left the college?
18.
6 months.
6 months.
He left after 6 months and kept going back for 18 months. Why did he leave? He says that when I came to college, I did not know the aim of my life. And I thought my college would help me know my aim. But I found that my college also could not tell me the aim of my life. And I felt my parents are working people, working class people, they have little money. And he says that naively he chose a very expensive college, right? He says my college was as expensive as Stanford. And my parents, all money was going for tuition. So, but I felt that my college is not helping me change my life. So I decided to quit. But he didn't quit fully. He left the compulsory subject. He kept visiting a class where they taught what? Calligraphy. What is calligraphy? What is calligraphy?
Style of
Art of handwriting. As I teach you this thing, I remember my teacher, Om Prakash Singh, who taught me calligraphy in class 6. I still remember what he said. He said, Ladko, he would call us to the whiteboard. Blackboard actually, those days, blackboard, cement board. He will give it a chalk and he will say, Jaise maine sikhaya likho. And he would make lines like this. What he would do? He would make lines like this. And the first lesson he taught me, 1978, was draw this thing. And one rule he gave me was, as you write, make sure this little finger touches the paper. So I wrote, look at this, like this. I write like this because Om Prakash Singh taught me how to write. Calligraphy. Writing, beautiful handwriting, right? Okay. Now, he learns calligraphy. And at one point he says, while learning calligraphy, I had no idea. I had no idea, right? But then he finds that what we learn at college is useful. Where does he use it? Where does he use the knowledge of calligraphy?
In the computer, like design.
Yes, he says that while we were designing the Macintosh computer, we wanted to develop typeface, font. There it was useful. And he designed two typefaces, right? What were their names? Serif and sans serif. Serif and?
Sans.
If you type serif in your word program, you will see it's a style of writing. Now, let's move to second story. What is the heading of second story?
Love and loss.
Love and loss. So in connecting dot, we said that one dot was college, another dot was calligraphy class, another dot was the garage and opening the company, another dot was picture company, like that, right? He links dots and develops, right? Now the second story is, what is the title of the second story?
Love and loss.
Love and loss. What does it mean? How this title comes? Explain something. Tell us what happens in second story. What is the second story?
So he started the Apple company. So obviously he loves his company, right? But then he got fired from his own company. So he loved his company and he lost his company. So from this title came.
Okay, he loved the company like himself, he lost. Class, I have a question to you. Okay, she's right, he loved the company. But there is something else that he loved. What was that?
What he did. He loved what he did. Calligraphy and designing.
पढेन उसले बिचारा धेरै पढेर बिर्स्यो निधरै पुगे हैन उसको मैले देखिरहेको छु धेरै कष्ट गरेछ Can you recall Smriti? There is another love in that section, love and death, love and loss. Loss is being fired, love is he fell in love with a girl. Birshu. What was her name? Rose. Spell it. No. होइन Rose त उसको साथी हो काम गर्ने. What was the name of the girl with whom he fell in love? Lauren. You're right. Spell it. Laur. Okay, Lawrence or something like that. So he fell in love with the girl and he says that now he had a family and he was happy. What was the loss? What was the loss?
He got fired from Apple.
He got fired from Mac company. What did he do after that?
He started another company next.
Okay, he started another company. What was the name of that company?
Pixar and Next.
Pixar and?
Next. N-E-X.
N?
T.
Next T. Oh, what did Pixar do?
It's about animated.
It made animated movies. What was the first movie that he produced? What was the first movie he produced? Smriti, check it out. Okay, what was the next company? Next. Okay. Then later on, this company was bought by Mac company, right? Right? Mac company bought his second company, right? Then what happened? He went back and joined Mac company. Okay, that's love and loss, right? What is the third story?
Third story is about
What is the third story?
death.
Death. Okay, tell us, what is this story about?
So he found out that find that he has an cancer, and doctor told that
Okay, God. He found that he had cancer. Tell us the story. How did he find? One morning, what happened? He went for check, CT scan. What time? 7 o'clock in the morning. Then he was in the CT scan. And where was his wife? His wife was in the lab with the microscope people, scientists. And what did they see? They had taken biopsy. They had taken a cell from the... Where was the cancer in this body? Which part? Pancreas. Pancreas, right? And they took small cell from pancreas and for biopsy check. What did they see? They found that he got a very rare kind of cancer. Very rare kind of cancer. But later, the doctors began to cry. Why did they cry? They found that this cancer could be cured through surgery. And he was cured. He was cured. But later on he died of another cancer. It is not given here. It is not here. Check Google. Steve Jobs died of cancer again. And read his last speech. Google and type, what did Steve Jobs say before dying? You will see very wonderful thing to read. Google and read. Okay. So death, right? He got cancer, right? And he got cured. Okay. Anything else? Now let me check it just a minute. So love and loss and then death. Okay. So let me... How does he end the story? Or his speech?
By saying, stay hungry, stay foolish.
Okay. At the end he says, stay hungry, stay foolish. Samyukta, can you tell what does stay hungry, stay foolish mean?
Stay hungry for success.
Okay, hungry for success. Okay. Stay hungry means don't be satisfied with what you have. If you buy a cycle, look for motorcycle. If you buy a motorcycle, look for a car. If you get a car, look for a limousine. If you get the limousine, look for Ferrari. If you get the Ferrari, look for a jet. And keep going. Do you like that idea? You like? That's materialistic idea. But when Steve Jobs was dying, he said something else. Read his last speech. He said that these material things, money, have no value, he said. He said money has no value. I have billions, but I can't be saved. Okay. So, stay hungry means don't be satisfied with your progress, move ahead. How did he follow this philosophy in his life? He was never satisfied where he was. He always moved. I had one company, another company, right? One place, another place. Okay, what does stay foolish mean? No, not stay foolish mean. Smriti, what does not staying foolish mean? Or, sorry, stay foolish mean. What does stay foolish mean?
Stay foolish.
Give the impression to people that you know nothing. Don't expose your intelligence and wisdom. Let people think you know nothing. But when chance comes, show who you are. Don't per. Don't pachar. Don't blah 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 all the time. There no bolne. There bolne मान्छेले गर्दैन नि यसलाई के आउँदैन भन्छ चुपचाप बस्ने धेरै पढ्ने धेरै जान्ने एक्सपर्ट हुने बट कसैले थाहा नदिने चाहियो भने चक्कुले काट्ने humble, be humble, be polite, be modest, but be learned, be scholarly. And when you come on the stage, then show people who you are. Those people have nothing inside, they shout a lot. Have you seen? Thotha chana baje gana. Empty vessels. I don't know the next part. What do you say? Empty vessels. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, now This is commencement speech, right? And the purpose of commencement speech is motivation. It is motivation. Now, Anush. Who is Anush? Okay. Anup. Anup. What motivation did you find from this story? Hello, listen.
Always seek for more.
Always seek for more. Okay, fine. Sneha, what was motivating for you in this story?
I would say that when you think everything is finished, don't stay there and think about what has already been done, but think about what you can do now. What?
Okay. Do not think about what is gone and lost. Think about what you can do. Connecting the dots. Look ahead. Look ahead. Look back also and connect the dots. Sirisa, what was inspiring for you in this story?
When he got fired from his own company, but he started 2 new companies. So
What was inspiring to me, girls and boys in this class? I became a teacher, right? I came to this valley here to teach in 1992 or 3. Many people said, Divakar sir, don't become a teacher, open a school. And I said, Gyan besnu hudaina, vidya besnu hudaina, Brahmanle vyapar garne hoina, padhaune ho. Today I have no money. If I had opened a school rather than being a teacher, today I might have another LACM, right? So lesson is, don't get a job, be an entrepreneur.
Yes, clap.
So what, see people, when you finish your BBA, do not look for job. Get some money, save some money today. Buy one, what do you call, paisa halne bhanale ke bhancha? Khutruke. And whatever money your parents give, 10%, 20% तक खसलले जाने. After 4 years, maybe you have 1 lakh rupiah पनि भयो भने, with that 1 lakh rupiah, start a venture, start a business, sell something, do a business. So one thing I learned from this story is, be an entrepreneur. Look, because he was an entrepreneur, he had $1 billion company. If he was a job holder, he will be earning salary. Salary will take you nowhere. Business will take you somewhere. Okay. Any other motivation? Smriti, let's share. What was motivating in this story for you?
The motivative. Oh, halla nagar na.
सुन्नु पर्छ नि हो त बिचारा त उसो अनुहार पढेको छ उसो फेसेर पढेर बिचारा नसुतेर मलाई अघिदेखि मालाउले देखेर हो अहिले मैले त्यही भएर नगर म गर्छु भनेको बिचारा उसले सिरियसली नि त पढेर आयो नि त मलाई अहिले दुःख लाग्यो यसमा चाहिँ मैले किन भने भन्ने भयो तिमीलाई मैले बिचारा म पनि सुते होइन म नि पढेको रातभरि 12:30 बजेबाट पढेको हो मैले 12:30 बाट 3 सम्म पढेँ 3:30 सम्म 3 घण्टा दुईचोटि पढेँ त्यसपछि 3:30 बाट 5 बजेसम्म नेपालीमा उल्था गरेँ अनि उल्था गरेर फेसबुकमा पोस्ट गरेँ किन टु मेक श्योर आई नो इट Okay, now class, we want you to put us couple of questions on this story. You ask us questions and we'll answer you.
what is the meaning of typography?
Okay, typography. Okay, typography. Okay. When you type, when you key in, then you see the fonts, right? Typography, graphy means writing, grapheme. Graphy means Graphy, graphy means, for example, this is graphy, this is typograph, the style of letter. Any other questions? Class, you can ask us questions. Ask us any question from the essay. We challenge you. You can't ask us any question we can't answer. Laja. We have read it. Hey, Smriti? We will to answer. If we fail to answer, we'll offer you reward. Smriti will pay for that, right? Hello, class.
So did he marry Lawrence?
Yes.
Did he marry Lawrence?
Yes, he married. He was in love with Lawrence. He married her. He had a very, very happy life. Before he died, I mean. Then, yes.
What was your opinion about Steve Jobs leaving the college? Is it correct or not?
Okay, wonderful question. I appreciate you for that question. Give her a big hand. His question is, what do you think about Steve Jobs' decision to leave the college? Was it right? Was it wrong? What do you think? If I was in his place, I will not quit the college. For example, Moti Nisani is a famous author. He has written an essay titled, Why Go to University? Why go to university? Look, for example, look here. The calligraphy that he learned, where did he learn? At the college. Where? At the college. If he had never stepped in the college, he would never know about calligraphy. And we would never have the font in our computers today. So the skill which helped him create Mac company, he learned at the college. And he says, I didn't like compulsory subjects, so I quit. No. There is one scientist, Sir Richard Feynman. Who? Sir Richard Feynman, professor of physics. He got Nobel Prize in 1969. In one essay he says, he was in university as a student and his habit was he would go to any class. Not only his class, he will go to other classes also. And then he said, today you cannot survive by learning one subject because the world is changing so fast. So you must learn many subjects, interdisciplinary. So if I was Steve Jobs, I won't quit the college, I'll finish my degree, then I'll go in the market and I'll be an entrepreneur. I agree with his idea that you should prefer business, entrepreneurship rather than job. I agree. But his decision, but actually understand that his decision to quit the college was economic and financial. He realized that his parents were poor. They were poor. And they had spent the lifelong to collect the money. And he mistakenly took admission in the most expensive college. As expensive as Stanford, he says. He is repenting. He says, I should have joined the cheaper college. And the reason he quit the college, one, he didn't like the education there. Second, he didn't like the subject there. Third, he felt that the college is not going to change his life. Fourth is his parents' economic situation. It's not a wise idea to quit study. Do you think that one can do better than by quitting study? I don't know, but I will disagree with you. जस्तै भए पनि त नपढ्ने भने त पढेको त केही त बढी बुझ्छ थाहा पाउँछ अगाडि जान्छ हो जागिर नखाऊ मैले मान्छु काम गर आफ्नै केही गर त्यहाँ I agree. He opened his company, I appreciate, but quitting is not a good decision. Any other questions? Yes, Swatala is the question.
So you asked us, what was the most motivating factor for us now? So what was the most motivating factor for you?
Okay, I'll show you. At one point he says, her question is, what was the most motivating thing for you? As I read last night. Malay satne man pela I'll read the line. Ma line dekhauchu la. I'll show the line. Okay, yes. Para 15. I'm pretty sure none of this would have happened if I had not been fired from Apple. It was awful tasting medicine, but I guess the patient needed it. Sometimes life hits you in the head. Life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. मोस्ट मोटिभेटिङ. लाइफमा गाह्रो हुन्छ, पीडा हुन्छ, दुःख हुन्छ, ढुङ्गाले हान्छ लाइफले भनेको के हो? यु फेल लाइक ही वाज किक्ड, लाइक ही वाज किक्ड. बट ह्याभ फेथ, स्ट्यान्ड अप एन्ड मुभ. भेरी मोटिभेटिङ फर मी. अगाडि हेर के भन्छ उसले, लुक हियर. I am convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. I love teaching. This is 35th year I have been teaching. 35 वर्ष भयो पढाउन लाग्यो. I was never unhappy as a teacher. Right now I am teaching you. This is the happiest moment. Why? Because I love what I do. I love what I do. Even if I was a sweeper, even if I was a floor scrubber, I would love my job and I would clean my floor with perfect dedication. तपाईले डल्लै सफा गर्ने काम लिएको भयो नि, do it honestly and with dedication. And you will grow, and you will grow. You will grow. No job is bad job. If you love it, do it. यो मलाई मन पर्यो के. Read ahead, look here. You have got to find what you love, and I found long ago that I love teaching and I became a teacher. Now you find, घरे गएर सोध्ने आफैलाई, ऐना अगाडि बसेर, what do I love doing in my life, and लेख्ने आफूले, and follow that path of career, that path. Next he says, look here. And that is as true for your work as it is for your lovers. Marry only that boy whom you love. Marry only that girl whom you love. Look what he says. Look what he says. And once you marry, love your spouse like anything. Okay. स्वार्थी कुरा भयो नि त. Who love us, आफूले पनि प्रेम गर्नु पर्यो. Stay away, stay away, stay away, stay away. Love has to be reciprocal. It has to be reciprocal. Wait a minute, wait. Couple of more questions. I got good questions. Your questions help me teach well. Look, she asked a question. I took in the lesson. He asked a question. I took in the lesson. Ask us questions. Smriti, you ask me a question. I really appreciate your hard work. I appreciate the trouble you took. Ask me a question. Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay. Do we have a class tomorrow? When do we have class here now? Huh? Sunday. Sunday I will teach you. Sunday I will teach you. Wait a minute. Using tool means argument, and Akriti will be in conversation that day on the topic. Using tool means Akriti and me will talk that day. And then, wait a minute. Life is fine. A small poem. Who will present? Okay. Sirisa will present Life is Fine, small poem. Sirisa. Then, okay. Creative destruction. Who will present? Say, I will present. Creative destruction. Risky business of going against the grain. Say, I will present. Okay, fine. So, Sirisa, Akriti and Miss Basnet have 3 lessons. And the style will be, you present, you present cards, not slides. Cards, paper cards, slides. Make slides on paper. And come here with the paper and you use the slides here. Make a small piece of paper with points and we'll talk. Any questions? Thank you.